Good morning, ladies. Welcome to our Wednesday workout. This morning I have a special challenge for you. I invite you to join me in an endurance workout. So we are going to attempt to do 2 sets straight through of just about every exercise, only taking that break if you need it, okay? It's super fun. All right, I know some of you out there have been missing those endurance workouts. So, gee, I sure miss those endurance weeks. Okay, let's start with a good morning stretch hip hinge. We're going to hip hinge with a nice flat back. Knees are soft. You're going to drop those hips and go up on the toes. Excellent. So you should feel a nice hamstring stretch here. And then, of course, as you go up on the toes, you've got your calves working, stretching the arms overhead, making sure those knees are nice and soft on that hip hinge back stays nice and flat. Pushing the hips back, dropping the hips, up on the toes. Excellent. Dropping the hips, up on the toes. Reach. Good. Dropping the hips and reach up. Let's do 2 more. Nice. Hips back. Reach. 1 more. Hips back. Down. And reach. Excellent. All right, let's do some what I call TikToks. Lifting one leg up. Arms go the other direction, swinging them loosely. Waking up that glute, half thigh. We're going to use that later. We're going to use a little bit of everything today, hopefully. And getting that heart rate up. While we're at it, good old endurance workout. I'm under the gun here. Woo! All right, let's work on a little more balance on your left leg. You're going to swing that right leg, touching down if you need to. Otherwise, we're swinging it through. You don't need to touch down. You're just going to swing that leg, keeping those standing legs soft knee, abs engaged, and then just swing those arms. If you do need to touch down, feel free to do that at any part of the motion. Good. So you're warming up that hip while we're working on that balance. You can also hold on here if you need something to hold on to for this. Switching legs down. On the right leg, knee is soft. Gently swinging through. Remember, with any balance exercise, helps to focus on a fixed spot in front of you. Keeping that chest nice and tall. Abs stay engaged. Woo! Nice. Excellent. All right, let's do what I call a circle squat. You're going to start with your arms up here. We're going to circle the arms as we go into a squat. So hips go back, circling the arms. Up top, switching directions. Modifying your range of motion if you need to, but working on that range of motion, reaching overhead if you can. Good.
Begin set 3.
And kind of separating the upper body and the lower body. So your lower body is still doing that squat with good form, pushing the hips back, squeezing those glutes up top as you circle those arms. And get that core engaged on that. Work on that mobility, upward mobility with the arms. Breathing, circle, switching direction. Nice. Switching direction. Great.
Stop exercise.
Good. Now we're going to do a little pull down march here. Try to get those hands right over the elbows if you can. Work on that balance. Nice high knees if you can. Just like the pull down machine. So engaging those lats.
Set 4.
Driving those elbows into the ground. Nice high knees if you can. Woo! Heart rate getting up already, ladies. That's what it's all about today. We are enduring. 2 sets straight through. If you can join me on push-ups next. Find a counter, an island, a bench, a wall, whatever works for you. You're going to go 2 sets straight through, going for reps, as many as you can. And remember, just because we are going at a good clip for reps does not mean we're compromising our form. So I'd rather have you do 10 push-ups in great form than start to lose it, sagging the hips. So take that break if you need it to reset. All right? Otherwise, I'm going to do push-ups on this bar. So find a place in your home where you can do some nice wide, right outside the shoulders push-ups, focusing on chest and triceps. Keeping that perfect plank position, ladies. And we are going for 2 sets straight through. I will let you know when the break is, should you need to reset. Otherwise, I invite you to continue through 2 sets with me. Woo! Exhale as you push away. Keeping those glutes nice and tight, keeping that core engaged. Chest and triceps, the main targets here. But you've got, again, that plank position. So core and abs staying engaged entire time.
Exercise.
All right, there's our break should you need it. But we're going to try to go straight through. Or if you need a break, just make it a quick break and go right back, quick reset. Again, you're keeping that good form, trying to keep that pace, ladies. Second set, here we go.
Begin
Woo!
set 2.
Keep that pace. Keep that pace. Exhale. Boom. And you can modify these push-ups, range of motion if you've got a shoulder issue. Know that you can stay high. You don't have to go really low here. But I just ask again that you keep that perfect form. Woo! Coming up on that break, ladies. Let's go. A few more. Exhale. Woo! Exhale.
Stop. Exercise.
All right. We should need the break. Well done. Next double set of push-ups. I'm going to ask you to put those arms nice and close together, elbows in. I knew this was coming. It's going to be a tricep push-up. You won't be able to go quite as quickly. It's a smaller muscle group. We have pre-fatigued a little bit.
Begin set
But I still
3.
want you to again, keep that perfect form. Adjust those feet accordingly. If the feet are too far back and it's too challenging, move those feet forward. Keep those elbows in. Again, it's all about that great form here, ladies. Last double set of push-ups. Woo! We feeling those triceps. Oh yeah. Shoulders, triceps working. Exhale. Nice work, ladies.
Stop.
Woo!
Exercise.
There's a break. If you need the break, only take it. Otherwise, we are continuing through. This is when it gets really challenging, that set 4. Hang with me here. If you need to bring the feet a little closer to continue, please do so. Again, we're not compromising that form. Woo! Elbows in. Last set here. Exhaling as you push away. Abs and glutes stay nice and tight, ladies. Woo, we're almost there. Ah. Seconds away now.
Stop exercise and switch to the next.
Woo! How about that? All right, let's do a quick couple of arm crosses here. Wall sit is next. I may regret this. All right, again, we are going for 2 sets straight through. I'm going to add some weights with some arm curls. Feel free to join me on that.
Begin set.
I will call out the break should you need to take it. So remember on the wall sit, you're engaging those abs. Close to 90 as you can with the knees. If your knees are not so good, remember you can always stay high here. Okay? With the arm curls, we're going to start with just some 2-arm arm curls. Remember those elbows are pinned to the sides. And if you're like me, upper body's a little fatigued from those push-ups, for sure. Elbows pinned to the sides, legs working those biceps as we work the quads.
Exercise.
All right. Second set about to begin. I invite you to join me going through 2 sets if you're all able to. If you need a quick break to reset, no problem. Coming right back to second set, which begins now.
Set 2.
Good. Woo! Thinking about that core engagement. Again, we're going to get that heart rate up today. Should already be up from those push-ups. 2 great sets, and we have a nice break coming up, ladies. Well done. Stay with me here. We're doing this together. We got some fresh air today. I am pumped. Yesterday, rejuvenated, got outside for my cardio workout. Hopefully you do too.
Exercise.
There's your break, ladies. Quick quick reset here. Shake those legs out. Putting those weights down just for a moment does help, believe it or not. All right. Double set number 2 coming up.
Begin set 3.
Again, as soon as you get down to that position, abs stay engaged. This time we're going to alternate pumping those arms. In some ways, this is a little more challenging because you've got one at a time. You got a little stabilization going on, a little more than before. And trying to maintain that pace with good form. Woo! Well done, ladies. You're breathing.
Exercise.
All right, there's that break should you need it. Please join me for this last set. Set 4 officially begins. 2, 1, now.
Begin
Here
set
we go.
4.
Woo! Hang tough, ladies, we are doing this. Woo! Biceps are feeling it now. Hopefully quads are on fuego. You're breathing. Good work. Woo! Nothing left behind here, ladies. We are going for it. Almost there. Hang with me. I know it's getting tough. Elbows pinned to the sides. Woo!
Stop exercise.
Well done.
To the next station.
Woo-hoo! All right, I'm gonna get, if you've got a band, I invite you to do a band walk with me today, or band shuffle. If the band walk or band shuffle does not work for you, you have the option to do a seated.
Begin set 1.
Band is here, seated clamshell, pushing those knees out, okay? If you're doing the band walk with me, we're gonna start with forward and back. And the pace is up to you. The main thing is you keep that resistance in the band and land on the ball of your feet. Nice light landing. And you can either do a step or a shuffle, depending on what works, all right? Forward and back.
Stop exercise.
If you are doing the seated clamshell, again, the band is right over your knees, and you're pushing that band out and in. All right, we got set 2 coming up, going through if you can. I will call it out.
Begin set
Set
2.
2 officially begins. Woo! I promise you there'll be some cardio here, ladies. Nice. Keeping the resistance in that band, working the hip and glute, your foundation here. Really important to keep the glute strong for the lower back. Well done, ladies. Woo! Forward and back. Resistance in that band. Nice work. Woo! Nice. There's our break. Woo! Quick break here. Time for the hair to go back in ponytail. Set 3 and 4, we're going to go sideways, ladies. Same thing applies. You're keeping tension in the band. Option to either walk or shuffle, depending on your knees.
Set 3.
I'm going to shuffle. You want to stay nice and low to the ground. I like to keep my arms involved here. So I am keeping that heart rate up. I like to do a little pump here with the arms. And if you're doing that seated clamshell, again, only taking that break if you need it. Still working the outer thighs on that. Woo! Excellent. How are we doing, ladies? Woo! Keeping that chest up.
Stop exercise.
Breaking only if you need it. I'm going to keep going. I invite you to join me here. I will let you know when that set 4 officially begins. Should you need that quick reset, no problem. There's just a water bottle. All right.
Begin
Set 4.
4.
Here we go. Boom. Keep it going, ladies. Ah, hip and glute, feel it. Again, you're keeping the tension in the band. Staying nice and low to the ground. Focusing on landing on the balls of your feet. Woo! Almost there, ladies. Excellent. Keeping those arms moving. breathe. Nice. Seconds away now. Woo!
Stop exercise.
Well
and switch
done.
to the next station.
All right, hip and glute, feeling it, glute medius. Outside your glutes, we're gonna lose that band. We're gonna go over to our bench, or if you have a sofa or a bed, whatever works. We're gonna do a bent over row. Now remember, if you don't have the right height,
Set
or
one.
your knee's not good down, you can always do a standing version of this, okay? Either way, you are pulling that weight right into your armpit and lowering. Now, usually I like to lower very slowly. Today I invite you to go for reps on this as well. So lowering with control, but keeping that good pace. All right? Right to that armpit. Elbow stays in. Great. Back stays nice and flat here. Only breaking if you need to. Set 2 coming up. Upper back, strong muscles here. You should be able to lift quite a bit of weight here. We're going to do 2 sets on one side. Set 2 officially
Begin
starts
set
now.
2.
If you needed that reset, again, no problem. I'd rather have you reset and nail that form than start getting all sloppy on me, okay? So shoulders are even, chest is open, back is nice and flat. And we are feeling that upper back, shoulders working as well here. Again, postural muscles coming up on that break. You're not dropping that shoulder. Your shoulders stay square whole time. Exhale. Last couple here.
Exercise.
Nice work, ladies. Switching sides. Woo! I'm going to grab my water bottle. I'm going to go off screen for one moment because it is now spilling on the floor. All right. Other leg up. Other arm. Hand underneath the shoulder. Pulling right in that armpit. Again, keeping those shoulders square. Keeping that form, back stays nice and flat. And if you're doing the standing row, same idea, pulling right in that armpit. Great. Exhaling on that pull, exhaling on the exertion, I like to say. Woo!
Stop exercise.
All right, taking that break if you need it. I'm going to go through here because we're doing endurance, ladies. Woo! I know how much you've missed those endurance workouts. Boom.
Begin
All right,
set
last set here. Right into that armpit. Right into that armpit. Great. Woo! Upper back. Again, postural muscles. Keeping that form, keeping your breathing going. We are going to head to the mat next. Head and neck to mat, neutral position. Almost there, ladies. Hang tough. Woo! Keeping that pace as best
Stop
you can.
exercise and switch
Well
to the
done.
next station.
All right. I am glowing, as they say. All right, we're going to do some bird dogs here. So you're going to be on all fours. Option 2, be on your knuckles if you have sensitive wrists. Knees underneath the hips,
Begin
wrists
set
underneath
1.
the shoulders. Extending the left arm as I extend that right leg. Option to keep it on the floor. Or if you're able to lift it up, you're going to lift it up and hold. Notice my leg is not above my hip. Everything is in a nice straight line. Switching sides. You're reaching with that heel to the opposite wall. And a little bit of a hold. Again, option to keep that foot on the ground if you need more stability, okay? So what are we working here? We're working on core stabilization.
Stop.
We're working that back. Gonna take a quick little child's pose here. Working that back side here. And then we're gonna keep going. Reach and hold. Reach and hold. Getting that arm right by the ear if you can.
Begin set 2.
Set 2 begins now. Reach and hold. Now in terms of the foot, you can kind of experiment. I like to reach with my heel, so I'm really feeling that backside leg up and lengthening that whole body on this, really lengthen. Thinking about core engagement as you lengthen and reach. Great. And reach.
Stop exercise.
All right, here's our break. I'm going to go into child's pose. Well-deserved break here. We have one last set of bird dog. I'm going to give the option to come underneath the body and out, which I will display for you.
Begin.
Feel free to stay with the original, what we were doing before. If you want to add a little bit more of a challenge, you're going to come underneath the body and extend and hold, and then switch sides. So we're going to go out, abs contracted, out, hold, switch sides, okay? And that's only if you need a little more of a challenge. Otherwise, you can stick to our first series. Both effective. Again, done with proper form. Back stays nice and flat. Reaching through the heel, underneath the body, extending, hold, switching sides. Here we go. Set 4 coming up. Reach and hold. Excellent. Resetting if you need to. Here we go. Set 4. Woo! Get a little topsy-turvy there. Great. So again, spinal stabilization on this. Contracting those abs. Breathing throughout. And lengthening. Lengthen. Underneath the body. Extend and reach. Good. Lengthen. Underneath the body. Reach. Great. We might have time for 1 or 2 more here. Underneath the body. Extend. Last one.
Stop exercise
Lengthen.
and switch to the
Underneath
next
the body.
position.
Extend. Woo! Ladies, I am gushing here, excuse me. All right, we are going to bridges. We are in the superset the planks and the bridges so that you can be successful on that double set plank. So please join me with some feet together bridges, squeezing the glutes. We are going for reps here. So squeezing the glutes, squeezing those inner thighs together here. Option to put the arms up if you want a little more of a stability challenge, or here is fine. But again, going for reps on these bridges, feet together, squeezing those glutes, working the hamstrings, and squeezing those inner thighs. Woo! These start out, you think it's really benign, but if you keep that pace up, they get very challenging. All right, again, option here for the arms here, or here. There's the break should you need it. I invite you to go through with me if you can. Again, squeezing those glutes at the top each time. Squeezing those inner thighs together. Woo! After the set 2 right now, we're going to switch to planks, okay? So that's what supersetting is. We'll do 2 sets of bridges, 2 sets of planks, 2 sets of bridges, 2 sets of planks. And the reason I'm doing that is, again, I want you to be successful with that double set of planks. So 2 sets of double sets of planks back to back can be a challenge for a lot of people, especially if you haven't been doing it. So I invite you to join me on double set of planks next, all right? Again, only taking that break should you need it.
Stop exercise.
Nice, resting those legs out. All right, we're gonna do some forearm planks. Feel free to use a bench or chair if you need to be elevated on these. Again, we are going for a double set. Feel free to reset should you have lower back pain or discomfort of any kind. All right? Shoulders down. Here we go. We're off. So elbows should be underneath the shoulders. You should be reaching with your heels to that wall behind you, activating those quads, pulling the navel in, squeezing the glutes, head and neck in that nice neutral position, and then breathing. Okay? Woo! All right, I'm going to throw in a little sign here, just because for me it helps to have something to do to pass the time. So if you'd like to join me with that, you can. We got our first break coming up should you need that break. For those of you who can, I invite you to join me Going through 2 sets without compromising that 4. All right, set number 2.
Begin set.
Here it is. Woo! Nice, ladies. Make sure you're breathing. You're keeping that perfect plank position. Your abs are engaged, your glutes are engaged. Head and neck stay neutral. Your head's not hanging forward. Almost there, ladies. Woo! Stay with me. Stay with me. Nice. Seconds away now.
Stop exercise.
Woo!
To the next stage.
All right, going into a quick child's pose. Back to bridges. This time we're going to do wide leg bridges, so feet are going to be a little outside hip width apart. Same thing with the wraps on this. It's like you're squeezing those glutes up and down, going for reps.
Begin set 1.
With good form. Hips are nice and even. Squeeze the glutes. And again, arms can be here. If you want a little more core stabilization or work on the core, you can bring those arms up, but you're keeping that good clip. Glutes nice and tight. Now, should you have any back discomfort at any time here, feel free to slow the bridges down or go into a pelvic tilt, okay? Which is keeping the hips on the mat and just tilting the pelvis, tightening everything up.
Stop.
Great.
Exercise.
All right, hamstrings and glute work. There's that break should you need it. Shoulders are down, head and neck in a nice lengthened position.
Begin set 2.
All right, set 2, here we go. So last set of bridges, ladies. Here we go. Really focusing on that backside posterior activation. Hammies and glutes, core engaged. Arms can be up or down, whatever works for you. And we've got our last set of planks to look forward to, ladies. Woo! Well done. Keeping that clip up, keeping everything super tight. Nice, we're almost there.
Stop.
Eye on the prize. Well done. We have one last set of planks, ladies. And let's make it an endurance plank here. 2 sets straight through. Again, if you need to stop for resetting purposes, please do. But we're working on that endurance, so if you can join me for 2 sets.
Begin set 3.
Here we go. All right, final set. I'm gonna add a little knee drop here again just to give you something to do. If you'd like to join me with that. So you're still thinking about pulling the abs in. Head and neck stay nice and neutral. I don't want your head hanging down here. I want you to tuck that chin in. Good, you're breathing. And we are in the home stretch, ladies. Let's give it all you got right here. Continuing that breathing.
Stop. Exercise.
All right, here's our final break. Should you need a quick reset, and make it as quick of a reset as you can. I'm starting to slip a little here. Woo! Final set, ladies, coming up. You got this. I'm gonna go back to side
Begin
here.
set 4.
Last set, ladies, let's do it. Woo! Remember, we're not compromising form, so if you need a quick reset, no problem. But we've got a home stretch. We are almost there, light at the end of the tunnel. Woo! Hanging tough. Abs tight. Glutes tight. Seconds away.
Stop exercise.
Woo!
The training is now complete.
We did it, ladies. Well done. Let's go back into a little child's pose here. Reaching the hands forward. Feeling that nice stretch in the shoulders, the lower back. Relaxing that head and neck. Well done, ladies. Fantastic. Breathing, taking some nice deep breaths here. Letting go, feeling those muscles nice and stretched. And I invite you to do one more stretch with me. Let's do a figure 4 here on your chair or your bench. Crossing my left ankle over my right knee. Nice and tall through the torso. chest is open, and that may be enough for you. If you need a little bit more of a stretch, you can push that chest forward. And yes, I see somebody doing it lying down. You can do this lying down, absolutely. Opening up that hip. In a seated position, you just have gravity working with you. So I like to do it seated if I can. And you're holding, you're breathing. Excellent. Feeling that hip opening up. Well done. All right, switching sides. These are the muscles we work with our bands. Whether you're doing a clamshell or the band walk, working that glute medius outside of the hip. Shoulders down, chest up on the stretch if you're seated. Opening up that right hip this time. And breathing. Great job. All right, coming to a standing position. Let's do a couple deep breaths here. Shaking those arms out. Inhale, crossing those arms in front. Exhale, reaching up nice and tall to the ceiling. And deep breath in. Exhale, reaching up nice and tall to the ceiling. One more deep breath in, ladies. Mini squat there, reaching up nice and tall. Great work today, ladies. Thanks for joining me. Woo!